and I can't even see anything, but that's crazy. Okay, I guess we're live. I hope we're live. A couple little technical difficulties this morning, but again, I'm your host, Gabriel Garcia, Expert35, 35 different industries, experts from each industry, helping us getting through the challenges, the hardship, and the opportunities. And today we're talking about feeding America. I've got a sustainable gardening expert. Ashley, thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me. I'm really excited.
Well, I'm excited too, because at least we got you on screen. Let me do a quick couple little touches here and there to make sure that we got it. And yeah, Greg's like, you guys are live.
Right.
Yes. Well, I hope we're live. And man, I'm glad we made it. We've got a great lineup. Obviously, we're going to talk about sustainable gardening and, talking about how we can feed the communities. But then next week, we've got how to stay out of trouble, because there's trouble out there. And we're going to talk about travel. We're going to talk about branding with your phone and networking. So join us, Expert35. But let's get into it, because one of the biggest challenges of this whole lockdown has been supply chain. And all of a sudden, people don't have their jobs. I mean, over 25 million unemployed. You've seen the lines at the food banks. And
Absolutely. They're getting longer. People are unemployed, not able to get access to the food that they normally have. And, our technology now more than ever is extremely important. And that's why we got into this business, and we're here to help.
So tell us a little bit about Fork Farms, because nobody knows what our technology is. So let's set it up. I know, because I've been friends with you forever, and now you're on the show. Tell us a little bit about Fork Farms.
Yeah, so Fork Farms is an indoor agriculture technology company, and our flagship product is the Flex Farm, and it is an indoor hydroponic growing unit that can grow 20 pounds of lettuce in 28 days. So it's major food production. We are extremely excited to have been able to release the Generation 4 just this week, and we're super excited to be able to help feed America at this point in time.
That's amazing. So I'm going to actually show a little bit of what these look like, just so people kind of have an idea. So these are like little pods, right? Not little. I mean, they're the size of a refrigerator.
Yep.
Right. And people have been, kind of transitioning to growing on their own and building sustainable, farms. But, what I think that what we just talked about is like everything used to be so convenient, right? And now there's this disruption. Well, what can we do? What do you think? What do you see happening over the next couple of weeks as we start reopening and people are trying to transition?
Yeah, we are, as a society, we are so used to being able to get access to everything that we need. It's a point and a click away, a short car ride, and now people are experiencing, due to some of the struggles here recently, that they're not able to get access to the things that they need. And food, healthy food for that matter, is something that we all have to have. And so our technology allows somebody to be able to start growing now, to feed themselves, feed their community, feed the communities that they serve, all of the above. And so we're seeing some major supply chain issues, which are resulting in people not being able to access those things. And we now, our solution is more relevant than ever. And so we're trying to get the word out there that there are other options out there, and we are open to talking with you to see what you're facing and how we might be able to help.
And that's exactly what people are like. They're already seeing questions, right? It's how can we feed the community with a little garden that's like ourselves? And I think that's where you can explain a little bit better. I've got a ridiculous stat. So 28 days, 20 pounds. And that's just the first round.
That's a lot of lettuce.
So brag a little bit about these systems. Like you can actually not just feed yourself, but you can actually help a community, right?
Yeah, so we actually work with a lot of food pantries and food programs that actually use these to feed the communities that they serve. So we, have local pantries that operate, 4 to 8 of these flex farms, and they actually have fresh lettuce in their weekly food distributions, which is unheard of in these types of settings. It's usually shelf-stable items, and access to fresh food is something something that they typically don't have. And so the patrons at the food pantries that use our technology actually do have access to these leafy greens. And so you as a consumer could also grow food in a flex farm if you so choose. And because it grows so much food, not only can you feed yourself, you can feed your neighbors, and you can donate some to the food pantry. So it's a win-win-win all the way around. We have schools that are partners that use them for education in the classroom and then teach kids about giving back to their communities. It's great. There's so many different applications.
And I don't know if you can see it, but I'm showing a photo of like a couple of these lined up, and they're just like side by side. They're on wheels. So like you said, some of the classrooms just roll them in for like educational purposes. You can just move them around. But this is actually at a food pantry, right? It's St. Joe's, correct?
St. Joe's Food Pantry, right here in Appleton, Wisconsin, actually operates 8 of our machines, and they are all on the centralized water source. So you don't even have to maintain all the machines. You can just maintain the one water source, and you're good to go. So you've reduced your maintenance time on these tremendously if you connect them all together. But standard maintenance on one machine is about 5 minutes a day and about an hour or so to harvest and plant when you do. I am not a gardener by any means, and I can do it, so anybody can.
It's plug and play. You plug it into standard outlet.
Yep,
And
standard outlet.
all right, now you got some questions. Jeff King, how many types of plants can Flex Farm grow?
So Flex Farms grow a wide variety of plants. It is optimized for leafy greens, is what we tell everybody. That's what it was designed for. You get your most bang for your buck with leafy greens. So the 20 pounds in 28 days is for the leafy greens. But you can grow anything: herbs, tomatoes, strawberries. We had a classroom that grew marigolds for Mother's Day. We have another classroom that does pumpkin competitions where they grow pumpkins in the lower area and let them flower and grow in the tray. And there's
and again, I mean, I want to say that number. It's going to be 28 days to get 20 pounds. So that's just your first cycle. You can actually reduce the cycle, and that's per pod, right? Oh, and then
for Flex Farm. Yep.
And how long does it last? I mean, that was another ridiculous stat.
Oh, the shelf life. So we're all so used to our little clamshell going bad when you open it up within a few days, or bad when you open it. And like I was telling you earlier, Gabriel, I found lettuce in my fridge. I have no idea how long it had been there. But on average, this stuff stays good for 3 to 5 weeks after harvest. So it is your extended shelf life. The nutritional value is increased because it goes right from the Flex Farm right to your plate. There's so many benefits.
Absolutely. All right. So we got a quick question. Assembly requirements, right? And also another thing that we haven't talked about today, but you're basically turnkey, right? Like you have everything in the pod. You have the light, you have the setup.
Yes. So it's a Flex Farm is a farm in a box. You don't need to add any add-ons to.
Oh no, we just lost her. All right, let me jump in there. I can answer some of those questions while she joins us again. But yes, so it's really interesting that some people said that the sticker value is really crazy because you can buy all these other systems, but they don't come with the light. So she actually comes with everything you see. Oh, there we go. She is back. Oh, but I don't see her video. So we may have lost her video. Let me see. Can we hear you, Ashley? No, I cannot hear you. So I'm going to knock you off again. It's so interesting in that they actually have right now, they're helping the food pantries by donating them at cost. So if you go into the system, if you go onto their website, and we'll list their website in the contents, you can actually show how to get involved. And again, I don't see her video. So Ashley, I don't see your video again. So yeah, so it's actually really interesting how much food you can grow, how easy it is to put it together. We'll show a couple other little questions people have as far as having a couple of these for your. You can donate to a school. We can donate them to a community, and they've got all that information. Just contact them on their website. Ashley's done a tremendous job getting that inside of in such short notice, right? Being able to kind of pivot through this COVID-19, through this lockdown, and really help the community. We'll see what else we got. Yeah, I love that, Jennifer. Yes, she should totally be on Shark Tank. This is a great little setup. And man, I don't see her audio, so we're gonna put it on here. Maybe we can hear her. Ashley, can we hear you? Can you speak to us? I cannot see you. So no, can't see her. So she was having some technical problems earlier. Again, it's just that stat is incredible. Like the amount of people that you can feed just with one of these, right? The amount, and it's ongoing. We'll post the resources that are available on the chat. So we'll let Ashley loose on the chat so we can all talk to her and get more involved. Things to do now. Love her ideas, right? But one is, it's all about building community, right? You can grow your own food. It's about adding, building that sense of community with your neighbors, get to know them, but also get involved with the food pantry. I'll actually show some of the photos that she has. And again, there she comes in, but I don't see her video or hear her audio. All right, Ash, I'm going to knock you off again, see if you can get back in here. You'll see them, you can line them up. They're super small. They just line up right alongside of the wall, plug into an outlet. And it's a really great way, to get involved. Again, if you want to follow her and talk about sustainability, you can text Expert42 to the number on the screen, and it is called Fork Farms. And I think I actually do have like a really cool logo of what Fork Farms is. I wish she could be in there because she's such a great asset to us, and something so timely, right? Understand how to grow this, like they say, farm in a box. And we love your questions. I'm going to put some of the questions up here so people can see some of what people are saying. I know they can give it to community. People are asking how long is the shelf life. It's like, people are scared about, can they keep the house plants alive? Well, guess what? This does it for you, right? And they have a lot of great support for it, right? And there's great opportunities to get involved in your community. And, here's a great question about, what's the cost? What's the setup? Oh man, I see Ashley come in again, but I cannot see her audio or her video. She's got it all on her website, and you're able to kind of go in there. We'll release the notes on there. Again, thank you so much, guys, for joining us on Expert35. Ashley, thank you so much for joining us. I know we knocked you off, or the internet has knocked you off, but we'd love to have you back. Again, I'll put your contact info on the notes. Let me put it out here. Again, let me see if I can find her. Sustainable Expert. There she is. Join us soon. Again, on Expert35, we'll talk about the challenges, talk about the opportunities, and the hardship. Thank you for joining us, guys. We'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.